Don't you hate it when some douche on the internet purposefully spoils a movie, TV show, or documentary? Unfortunately, that was my experience with a new Netflix documentary film called American Murder: The Family Next Door. Anyway, here's the rundown of the story. In 2018, 38-year-old Shannon Watts and her two youngest daughters disappeared in Colorado. With the heartbreaking details emerging, the family's story make headlines around the world. What sets this apart from other documentaries is that this only uses recovered footage, videos posted to Facebook, text messages, security cameras, and things like this to lay out the story. As things go along, we switch from the days before and counting down to the disappearance to after Watts and the girls went missing. It's a fascinating idea, a true crime documentary with no dramatic talking heads or sensationalized reconstructions, just pure, raw footage of the events unfolding. It presents a lot like a real-life version of the movie Searching. But the major flaw of this approach is that you don't get any kind of critical analysis, almost zero contextualization, and 1,000 glaring unanswered questions that could be easily answered if the format wasn't so strict. We certainly learn the who, but we never learn the why. The end result is that it kind of felt a bit voyeuristic, like you're snooping on their Facebook posts and text messages and peeping in at them through the window of the internet. The other thing that bugged me about this was some creative choices. In addition to what I've mentioned, there were little things like how they used fake static lines to hide edits on the police interview room footage. It was easy to spot and I found it quite distracting. Just cut it. Why fake it? Who cares if there's a jump cut? It came across as cheap and tacky. Also cheap and tacky was the way they presented the text messages on screen. The rest of the film was straight found footage, but for some reason they decided to animate the text messages like they were being typed out, typo corrections and all. It was an unnecessary fabrication in an otherwise factually presented story. Since watching this, I've come across a 3-part series on YouTube on a channel called JCS Criminal Psychology. And I've only finished part 1 so far, and it's already 1,000 times better than the Netflix documentary. This might appeal to fans of podcasts like My Favorite Murder, but for an in-depth look and an examination of this case, this ain't it. If you're expecting a story with lots of twists and turns and getting the rug pulled out from under you, this ain't it. In fact, if you're looking for an enthralling look at a mystery surrounding a family, this ain't it.